Hello everyone, it's Vanessa and welcome back to my channel. And as we look forward to the coming year in travel, I'm very excited to share my must-visit top 5 in 2025 adults-only resorts. Just absolutely incredible creme de la creme adults-only properties, and I can't wait to share them with you so you can get just as excited for travel next year as I am. And keep checking back and click on those notifications because I will be sharing my must-visit all-inclusive resorts in an upcoming video as well. So lots of exciting things coming up as always this time of year, so let's jump in. Let's begin with a property that's probably gotten more buzz than any other I can remember over the past 6 years, but fortunately all the hype is warranted, and that's La Casa de la Playa in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Not gonna lie, doing resort reviews for 6.5 years, it can definitely get old. A lot of the properties start to seem like carbon copies of each other, but when I first discovered this place, it got me genuinely excited for the first time in a while because it truly offers guests a unique experience. So a lot of people are portraying it as a new property, but it actually first opened the end of 2021, which was of course still pandemic time, and sadly got overlooked for quite a while. But this past year, it's gotten a lot of word of mouth and has just exploded in popularity. So the most important thing to know about this hotel is it is adults only and all-inclusive. It's part of the famous Xcaret brand and parks, which we've talked about a few times, and it's a boutique property with only 63 suites. So let's talk experience. You guys know I'm no fan of the Cancun airport process, but when you're a guest of the property, you just exit customs and look for a representative holding a sign with your name, and you're whisked away for a comfortable 1-hour drive to Playa del Carmen. The shuttle doesn't even require a reservation. Such a breeze. Check-in is equally quick, and you follow your personal butler to your suite, and the first thing you notice is this glowing blue circle that has tiny jellyfish, which can be a bit shocking when you first walk in not expecting it, so just giving you a heads up. Mini bars are included, and every suite has over 1,000 square feet of space. The living area is outdoors, and you get a large terrace with daybed, hammock, your own pool, and great ocean views. Again, all of this comes standard. For amenities, the main pool is body temp, so comfortable, with swim-up bar, and then if you go up a few levels to the top floor, you'll find another infinity pool with even better views, of course, and this is more of a party atmosphere, especially at night with louder music and great cocktails. Their spa is fantastic with a great hydrotherapy circuit, but an even more unique space to relax is their biblioteca or library stocked with books and even telescopes, and get this, a drinks fridge, so you can spend hours relaxing in this space. Highly recommend. If you're looking for more options, as an Xcaret property, you do get access to both neighboring sister resorts at Xcaret and Xcaret del Arte, and they give you a woven bracelet with a hidden chip that works both as your room key and grants you access to both neighboring properties. So now let's talk dining and drinks. The dining standout is definitely the Centlli and Lumbre restaurants. Such a unique concept as they rotate nights in the same space. So on nights when it's Centlli, you have cuisine from southern Mexico, and when it's Lumbre, you have dishes from northern Mexico. And everything is excellent. And when they say drinks are included, they really mean it. Not only with great cocktail selection, but if you want to be healthy and get a green juice or smoothie, all that's included as well. Service is excellent. You get a dedicated number to contact staff who answer very quickly on WhatsApp and help with spa and dinner reservations, mini bar stocking, which includes glass bottled water, room service orders, which come to a hidden cubby in the closet so you're not disturbed, and even departure scheduling and luggage pickup. And the overall style of the property is just so attractive. They did a wonderful job with great attention to detail everywhere. So if you're looking for a new luxury, it's pricey but worth it, adults only property, hands down one of the best to open in a really long time. Now to an adults-only property with some of the best service and my favorite setting, the Bukudi Antara Resort in Aruba. It's been around for over 20 years, but continues to be at the top of every list for the best in the Caribbean, and even called one of the most romantic properties in the world. So first of all, it sits on the most beautiful beach in the Caribbean, Eagle Beach, and it is a boutique-sized property with rooms divided into two categories and sections, the Bukudi and the Tara. Of course, right? All standard rooms and junior suites are located in the Bukudi building, and the bigger suites, including the penthouse, are in the Tara building. The beds are very comfy, and every room has a kitchenette, which really helps keep costs down, as Aruba is very easy to get around, and grocery stores are never far away. So speaking of food, breakfast is included, and the buffet has omelets, fresh fruit, pastries, and breads, and then their on-site restaurant, Elements, is one of the most popular in Aruba, with a great menu, and I highly recommend their truffle fries. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know I talk about this place pretty consistently, but that's because it does everything well. Excellent food, understated luxury, very attentive service. They quickly help with absolutely any arrangement on property or around the island, and you get all that in the incredibly beautiful and romantic setting of Eagle Beach, which has stunning sand and crystal clear water, my personal favorite beach in the Caribbean. One thing I will caution you guys about, because it has won so many awards and gotten so much attention as the best honeymoon resort in the Caribbean, pretty much all guests are either on their honeymoon or celebrating an anniversary, so just something to know before booking. But if you're celebrating a romantic milestone, it's definitely one of the best adults-only properties anywhere. Now I'm very excited to talk about Gran Velas Boutique Hotel in Cabo, Mexico, not to be confused with Gran Velas Los Cabos. So yeah, definitely confusing. But this is the brand new property which opened up less than a year ago in December of 2023 and has been surprisingly overlooked, maybe even overshadowed by the two more well-known Velas properties. But it provides a very different experience from the other two. First, and most importantly for this list, it's the only adults-only property in the Velas brand. And second, with only 79 guest rooms, it's a very boutique-sized, as the name indicates, hotel. And it feels much more like a luxury boutique resort than your typical all-inclusive, as every single amenity and detail is very high-end and luxurious. So each room has Dyson hair dryers and straighteners, molten brown toiletries, which are always in my favorite properties, welcome bottles of wine and mezcal, even an aromatherapy diffuser, nightly turn-down service, and just like Casa de la Playa, a personal concierge who you can contact via WhatsApp. So you definitely feel pampered in every way as soon as you arrive. So all 79 suites are over 900 square feet and offer private terraces with either a jacuzzi or plunge pool. But, quick note, views do vary, so you can choose either garden or ocean view. And I love that they brought back their trademark vibrant pink-colored flowers on the terraces. Something else that came as a surprise, if you visit during whale watching season, you can definitely spot them in the distance from your terrace, which is a cool little extra. All the dining is excellent, per usual for Velas properties, but the real standout is their breakfast buffet at Del Mar, with dishes like ceviche and chilaquiles. It's definitely not your typical breakfast buffet, but just so good. Plus, with Gran Velas right next door, you can dine at any of their options, so you definitely won't run out of places to eat. The centerpiece of the property is their oceanfront infinity pool. Guests just kick back with a book or drink from the pool bar and spend most of the day here. So I know many guests, ourselves included, really wanted an adults-only option from the Velas brand. And not only did they listen, but I think they've done an excellent job with this place, making it one of my top recommendations for you guys in 2025. And now let's take a look at Casa Velas in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, which is my pick if you're looking for an adults-only option for absolute peace and relaxation. This is just the most tranquil place for you. So you might be thinking Puerto Vallarta and relaxation don't really go together, but the location really helps. It's in Marina Vallarta, just 5 minutes from the airport, but 25 minutes north of downtown. So you're a bit removed from all the action, but very close to the airport. So just an ideal location, which is one of its biggest draws. And if you want to enjoy the marina and all of its dining options, that's just a 12-minute walk. The whole property was designed in Spanish hacienda style with gardens everywhere, and it's just beautiful to walk around, and the lobby is so calm and quiet. You're greeted by a concierge rep and then shown to your room. The 80 rooms all have the same hacienda style, And while not quite as spacious as some of the others on my list, they still provide a good amount of space starting at 463 square feet. Outside, the pool is just beautiful, much quieter than most resort pools as well, but no beach, which may be a deal breaker for some, but I think that's a big reason the property is so calm and quiet. If you want a beach day, as a guest, you have access to their private beach club, which they offer 2-minute shuttle rides for. It's really close, or you could walk over in 15 minutes. But honestly, the beach isn't the best. The sand is kind of rough, so bring water shoes. So if you really need a beachfront stay, obviously this wouldn't be an ideal pick for you. Plus, it's not the best if you have mobility issues and need a more accessible property, as there are a lot of stairs and only one small elevator. But if those things aren't issues, the real draw to stay here is first and foremost, as I said, for relaxation. This place is like an oasis, and the wellness and spa are a big part of this property with guided meditation and yoga classes daily. But even more importantly, the service, which is wonderful. The property strictly maintains a 3-to-1 staff-to-guest ratio, and from check-in to poolside orders to the shuttle drivers, you will be amazed at how attentive, pleasant, and friendly every single staff member is. And if you're anything like us, we pick every vacation stay based on service, and this place is impressive. And I also don't want to give the impression that there's nothing to do here, because they do have a good variety of activities throughout the day, with the wellness classes I mentioned, cooking classes to learn how to make yummy guac, tequila tastings, and then live music every night in the lobby. Plus, you're also getting access to the family-friendly Velas Vallarta, which is also a 2-minute shuttle ride away, and you can use their beach, restaurants, bars, sports, and bigger spa, but then retreat back to your adults-only quiet oasis. It's funny, I recently found out that this place has a cult following. We're talking very loyal customers who visit 3 and 4 times a year and have a We Love Casa Velas Facebook group. And there's a reason for all that loyalty. And now to a very hidden gem property, which should get more attention, especially since it opened back in 2019. Let's head to Antigua and the Hammock Cove Resort. The adults-only all-inclusive Hammock Cove is located on the eastern part of the island, 40 minutes from the airport, but right by the popular Devil's Bridge National Park, which is just a 5-minute walk from the property. A big part of what makes this place so special is their 41 villas. So yes, every single guest gets their own villa, and each one has great ocean views. The lower tier villas are a little bit more expensive, as you won't have villas below you, but all of them again have great views. The villas are all very private with a lot of space between each one, which is actually rare, so even if you're staying at full capacity, it feels like you have the place to yourself. And each villa has a whopping 1,110 square feet and comes with its own infinity plunge pool and bar stocked with beer, wine, and mixers. As soon as you arrive, you're given one of those old school burner phones from your ambassador. Yes, some resorts are still using those, but the phone only has one phone number in it, and that's to your ambassador. And they offer around-the-clock service for everything you could possibly need, from alcohol restock to dinner reservations to late-night room service delivery. And speaking of food, dining is great, mostly European dishes with a Caribbean flair, and the main restaurant is the Lighthouse, which is their fine dining location where everyone eats dinner almost every night, mostly because the menu changes each day, so you always have new dishes to choose from. And a little tip, on Wednesday nights, they do a 7-course tasting menu, and you get a sampling of so many wonderful things. And the fish is consistently good at all meals at this property, so if you're a seafood lover, you'll be happy. There are also 3 bars on property, including a dedicated rum bar, but all of them have a cocktail menu and very delicious and refreshing options like a passion fruit and mint rum slushie, so good, and the bartenders are so warm and friendly and provide such a great experience. Probably the most surprising thing about this property is how popular the beach is. From 10-11 a.m., everyone is lounging there, the wait staff is great, even bringing drinks into the ocean for you, and you can even order pizza and burgers beachside, so guests understandably just park it here. But you're seeing the pattern of excellent service here regarding absolutely everything about this place. It's incredibly romantic if you're celebrating a special occasion, and checks off all the boxes for a wonderful adults-only property. So it's getting very hard to find adults-only properties. They're becoming fewer and fewer over the last 6.5 years I've been doing this, so I truly hope it helps you all plan your best possible adults-only vacation. This is Vanessa for Passport Pages. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all very soon. Bye, everyone.